Hello and welcome to the Raga Lab lesson series. I'm Will Marsh. We're in the key of C sharp. Thanks so much for joining and being a part of this channel as always. In today's class we're looking at Rag Bihag. I have done one video in the Raga Lab series on Bihag, but I was recently in India spending time with my guru there and we did a lot in Bihag, so it is fresh on my mind. And it is a favorite evening rag of mine. So today, what I'm inspired to share on Bihag, something I've been thinking about, is some of the most important Meend phrases in the rags to master on Sitar. Bihag has a very beautiful kind of vocal-like quality to it with all of these phrases. Sa ga sa pa ni pa. So what I've thought about is really condensing what are the most essential Meend phrases to practice to bring out the mood of Bihag and to have that in your hand. And by doing this, you're really going to increase your range, and it'll be useful in other rags as well. So just a quick recap, if you don't know Bihag, the other class that I did was Raga Lab number 4, where I taught a Vilumbit gut. But just quickly, let's go over the basic arohi, avarohi of Bihag, in case you don't know that. Ni sa ga ma pa ni sa, sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma da re sa. These are basic up and down for Bihag. So what we're looking at are the most important Meend phrases. The first one we're going to do is sa ga sa. So on the way down there's a touch of re, but it's in passing. It's not sa ga re sa. The re is less emphasized. This is from the sa fret. I like to use both my fingers together to get more control. Sa ga ga. This is phrase number 1. Now we're going to take this, and every phrase we do for the most part will have a kind of mirror phrase or a counterpart to it. And the counterpart to this one is pa ni ni da pa. The same ratio. Here's this one again from the pa fret. Back to the first one. Let's do these both back to back. Here we go. Back to the first one. Now we're moving it up to pa ni ni da pa in this register. Again here. Now high sa, sa ga ga. So really getting this in your hand is going to do a lot for Bihag. Let's start on low pa and work our way up through all of these and then back. So 3, 4. Next one. Next one. Last one. Now from here back. Alright, great. So this is our first pattern. Now let's look at the next Meend we're going to do. Now we're adding a note to this phrase. Sa ma ga da da. These are notes. Sa ma ga re sa. So 2 strokes. The first stroke, we get the note sa ma ga ma. That's our first stroke, and then a second stroke is on ga, the same ending as the first one. So now let's move it down here. Back to sa. Pa sa ni da pa. Up here. Now high. From high. So we've done 2 themes. The first one, sa ga re sa pa ni da pa. The second one, sa ma ga re sa pa sa ni da pa. Practicing these in all the registers. These are great phrases. Let's look now at a couple more. There's a couple phrases that are not as, they don't have the counterpart. They're more of kind of one particular phrase. And the next one I'm going to do, this is an important thing about Bihag that I was thinking about, and there is a time where you can use ni da sa ni da pa da. Otherwise we're not doing ni da sa. That doesn't really happen. You wouldn't play a phrase like that, but in Meend, that is a phrase that is a nice variation in Bihag, a nice phrase to have. So, pa ni da sa ni da pa. This is the whole phrase. You notice I can do that in just 2 strokes. So try doing this in 2 strokes. First one is on pa, and then ni da sa ni da pa. The last part, I'm using some crunching at the end. This is a great phrase. I'll also do it up here. So that's one of our kind of extra phrases. Another really awesome phrase on sitar is, if your sitar can get it, from shuddha ga, ga ni pa. So from ga, I'm pulling all the way to shuddha ni. Some sitars you might not be able to get that range, but it's great to try, see if your sitar can make it. This will be good for strength and getting a good callus. So the phrase is ga ni da pa ma pa, tivra ma da pa ma pa, ga ni pa. This is an awesome phrase. come back to ga. Ga, ni, pa, ga. There's not really another place you can do this, so maybe on the high you can. Yeah, you could do it up here. But focus on here first. 3, 4, try it with me. So I'm kind of doing a ga, ma, ga, ni, ga. Great phrase to test the limits of your sitar's meend. And then the last phrase, Bihag comes from the bilawal tat actually, and so you'll see little hints of bilawal, and especially in the compositions, this is a phrase that you'll see very beautiful that happens in the compositions and can happen, you know, in your alap as well. And that is ga ma pa da ga ma ga da. So this is a phrase that you can use at the right moment in Bihag, usually after developing a little bit to close a chapter. Ga ma pa da ga pa ma ga. This is all from the ga fret. Try this. Da, da. So the first stroke I'm getting ga ma pa da, and then the next stroke da ga pa ma ga. Again, this is you could play it here in the higher octave. Wonderful phrase. 3, 4. All right, so yeah, really getting some time with these phrases is what's going to allow you to bring out the full mood of Bihag, to really play a proper alap. And so let's recap one more time. Our first phrase, saga. The same phrase from pa. And then playing it in the higher registers. Our next phrase was samaga risa, or samaga maga. On pa. Back to sa. Yeah, really spend time working on the precision. And then we have pa ni da sa ni da pa. Middle octave. It's an excellent phrase. And then the longest mean that we have is the ga ni pa. Excellent for your hand if you can get this one. Our last phrase, ga ma pa da ga. Awesome. So yeah, super valuable to spend some time with a rag like this that has so many of these larger means that bring out its life, to just spend time working on them as riyaz, as a practice. This is going to go a long way for your hand and your range with with these types of phrases. And yeah, go ahead and listen to more Bihag on Sitar. You'll hear a lot of this. And then once you get it in your hand, you'll see possibilities for more phrases. These are like building blocks. If you were learning a new language, these are like words that can then become sentences that can then become a paragraph to tell a story, right? So obviously there are many, many more phrases that can be done, but like I said, I've been thinking about this rag a lot, and I think these are really important ones to work on. So again, thanks for being here with me, supporting what I do. I hope this gives you some good ideas and something fun to work on. I'll see you in the next class.